Alright, I just got back from Masters of the Universe in the cinema tonight. Let's talk about it. So Masters of the Universe, based on the iconic IP that's kind of been dormant for a long time, brought back to life by Amazon and MGM, and is directed by Travis Knight. Travis Knight did Bumblebee, and that was probably one of the best Transformers movies. So going into this, I was quite excited, and I'm happy to say I wasn't let down. Now, I knew going into this wasn't going to be a masterpiece of cinematography. I knew this wasn't going to be like the best movie of the year, but I went in expecting a fun time with some corniness, some 80s cheese, and from what I gathered in the trailer, some Guardians of the Galaxy-esque vibes and comedy, and is exactly that. It was written by Chris Butler, Aaron Nee, Adam Nee, and David Callahan. Nicholas Galitzine stars as Prince Adam / He-Man, alongside Camilla Mendes, Jared Leto, Alison Brie, James Purefoy, Johannes Hakur Johannesson, Kirsten Wiig, Marina Barkerin, and Idris Elba. The film follows Prince Adam as he returns to his home planet Eternia to take his destiny as He-Man and save his home from the evil forces of Skeletor. Now, this movie has been in development hell for a long time. Travis Knight comes along with the writers, and revamps it. And here we have Masters of the Universe. It is basically take the 1987 movie, the original, take Guardians of the Galaxy, smush them together, and you get this movie. And that's not a problem. That's not a diss at the movie. That is absolutely what this movie is, and it's good for that. There's a lot of cheesiness. There's a lot of lore, which is really good. There's a lot of characters from the cartoon you don't see in the original movie. There's a lot of lore built in there, little Easter eggs, all of that fun stuff. Skeletor is great, and I think that you can't... See, I don't like Jared Leto at all as a person, as an actor, as a musician. Jesus, I've seen his band live, and they're awful. But I completely forgot that Skeletor was... Jared Leto in this movie. He's unrecognizable, so that might be good for you if you don't like the guy. Anyway, before we go down that rabbit hole, the performances are great. I think that Nicholas does great as Prince Adam, and I'd say the worst parts of the film are the Earth stuff. Like, it's not terrible, but every time we were on Earth, I just wanted to go back to Eternia. I was like, when are we going to get back to this magical place? Like, I'm sick of Earth. Like, we live here. I don't want to see this. I want to see Eternia. I want to see this magical world. And the stuff on Eternia is great. I loved it. Now, the emotional weight is always ruined by comedy, because you have these moments that are like, oh, this is like getting quite heartfelt, but before it even hits you, there's like a comedic line to break that, and it stops the movie from reaching its full potential. It's almost like, oh, we can't take this film seriously because people won't take it seriously. I feel like maybe they were scared that if this film was taken too seriously, then it would get slammed or something like that. Like, they had to have this comedic edge. I get the cartoon is very hammy and like that, but I actually think there was potential here for it to be an epic movie. I really think this movie could have gone beyond the knowledge of the IP and kind of been a little bit more epic in scale and a bit more serious, but that's just me. Like, I'd like to see Masters of the Universe as a Lord of the Rings, Star Wars type movie, and I think it could be, but this isn't that. The Guardians of the Galaxy comedy is definitely there. The color palette is definitely there. It's a very Marvel feeling. Like, if you saw Thor in this movie, or Rocket or something like that, like, it wouldn't look out of place. Especially like Lockjaw, right? Lockjaw looks straight out of Guardians of the Galaxy. The fights are really, really good. Like, I liked the sword play in it. I liked the climactic third act. and they do a few things different to what I'd expect, and I think there'll be a few fans that might be like, I'm not sure about that change, but you'll know in the third act. Let me know if you've seen it and what you think of that in the comment section, but don't spoil it too much for people. Camila Mendes is Tila in this one, and she has a lot of screen time. She's kind of a dual act with He-Man, and what I do like is like from the trailer, you kind of think it's going to be a little bit woke, right? You think it's going to be making He-Man look stupid. I'm happy to report that that doesn't really happen. I also like that there wasn't a romance between them. Like that could have been a bit of a that could have broken the movie a little bit. I actually think Skeletor could have been a lot more menacing. There were moments at the beginning when I was like, "Oh, he's a cool villain in this." Like, but there are moments where he's underwhelmed by the comedy and the awkwardness, and I just think I would have liked for them to scale back the comedy for the emotional beats, right? That would have been so much better. Cinematography wise, there's nothing like stunning. It looks great. The CGI is great. It is a bit of a CGI fest, not gonna lie, but you know, it's a cheesy 80s flick. Like this is everything they probably wanted to do with the original movie if they had those effects back then. It's a very expensive looking movie, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff in this that looks practical, like in terms of costumes and makeup and stuff. Like it reminds me of that 1987 movie and the stuff that I liked there. And the story makes more sense than the 1987 version too. We get a lot more time with our characters and like character building than we did in the original movie, and less time on Earth, which was what I really liked. Don't get me wrong, this film is dumb, it's cheesy, it's corny, but it's fun. It's just a whole heap of fun. It's a great summer blockbuster, and I think this one's not going to do too well. My cinema wasn't that full, and it's opening nights, and every film I've seen this year so far has been packed. Even Backrooms, Backrooms was absolutely rammed, and that was a small horror movie. This big blockbuster, I kind of feel maybe people are getting tired of big summer Hollywood blockbusters that are like superhero themed or big IP in your face cheesy film cheesiness like that Marvel comedy. Maybe that's just starting to run out on people. I don't know, but it's a good film and I highly recommend it. We were having a blast in that, and everyone around me was enjoying it. There was no sighing, there was no awkward silence after jokes. Like everything was landing and everything was fun. Also, we have to talk about the music in the movie. So I think we have the main theme and potentially another theme in there by Queen. Well, Brian May on the guitar, but there is a Queen song in the film with Freddie Mercury's vocals. Now, if you know me, I'm a musician and I'm a big rock fan and I'm a big Queen fan. It was awesome hearing that. Again, ruined by a bit of comedy. You'll know what I mean when you see that scene when Freddie Mercury's vocals kick in, and I was a bit like, yeah. The Darkness did a whole load of the soundtrack as well. Great stuff there. Love The Darkness and Justin Hawkins. Absolutely awesome stuff. And generally, the score was great. It was epic. It was to scale. And I loved every minute of that. It just felt like, tell you what it felt like. It felt like when I was in my bedroom with all of my toys and I'd create scenarios and stories with it and have fights and have funny little moments in my storylines with my action figures as a kid. That's what was portrayed on screen, and that's, I think, why I enjoyed it so much. Like, just imagination in general, fun times, adventure, cool looking characters, fights, great guitar music. I can't ask for much more. And again, I'm not, saying this is like the movie of the year, but it's probably going to be in my top 10 if there isn't many more big hitters. It could easily be like 9 or 10 in my list this year, depending on how the rest of the year goes. If not, an honourable mention. Guys, this one is cinema worthy. Absolutely awesome movie. I highly recommend going out and watching this one. Bring the kids, bring the family along. It's just a good time. And I think kids don't have to know this IP to enjoy this movie. It brings out the imagination. It brings out the excitement, the fun, the laughter, all of that stuff. It's a great time. Go and check this one out, guys. And, this is, of all movies, this one would be cool to have a sequel and improve on a few things. But I'm unsure. There is a post-credit scene, so just keep that in mind. but I don't think we're going to get a sequel because of the box office. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, because it pushes the algorithm in my favor and it helps push the videos, because it's really difficult, because I have like over 2,000 subscribers and my videos aren't even getting to them properly. So please do me a favor and just like, comment, subscribe, notifications on, or just share the video. Anything you can do, it's all free. No, paywall here. Just help me send this video out a little bit further, even if it's just to your friend. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you real soon with the next one. I will be watching Scary Movie in a couple of days, Friday, so I'll be dropping my review for that. Tomorrow I'll be dropping my review for Scary Movie 5, and then it'll be Friday, the new Scary Movie. And next week is Disclosure Day, so I'll be dropping a review for that next week. Loads of movies coming out right now. Let me know what you're excited for. Have you watched this movie? Are you going to watch this movie? Has this review convinced you to watch the movie? Let me know. I'll catch you with the next one. Take care of yourselves.